Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, just bringing the update, what's going on at the garage. So, 1965 VW Buggy. This thing is so cool. I am so in love with this car. Buggy, whatever you want to call it. I am in love with this thing. It's actually a 65 body with a 72 motor on it. The motor's a 1600cc motor. It was from a Super Beetle, which is really cool because it does have dual carburetors. It has dual intake ports on it. So you can see right there the dual intakes, the 85cc's. This is really a cool car. We're starting to work on it. We're starting to get everything off of it. We have the original exhaust that the gentleman who owns it, father had set up for this car. So we are going to take it, we're going to get it all cleaned up, make it a little bit nicer, and then we're going to send it out to get it jet coated and then have them polish it. We are also going to send out the pulleys. I'm hoping that Jet Coat will take those and do the same with them. Don't know if they're going to do it or not, but it would be really cool. Plus, the license plate bracket and the light shield for it. I want to try and see if Jet Coat will do the same for that. So it ties everything back here together. We're going to be getting a different transmission for this because this one's a bit worn out. There's companies that rebuild these transmissions. It's not nearly as expensive as if we were to rebuild them. It costs a little bit more for us to do it than it does for them. So we take the cores, we send them out to them. They send us a brand new rebuilt transmission. We're looking at pulling the heads, the jugs, and all that off and replacing all that because it's starting to burn oil. And we are also leaking oil out of in between the cylinder jugs and the head. See how right here it's all oily? What's happening is the rods that hold the head and the jug to the block or the block of the motor, the case, they're stretching out. The gasket that goes in between everything is also compressing down. So as the piston comes out and makes compression, it's actually taking the head and lifting it off of the jug. And then the jug is actually lifting out of the case. So it's starting to leak oil there, and that's going to have to be taken care of. It's a little bit more work than we thought we were going to be doing. We were hoping not to have to do this, but we're going to have to. There is no choice but to do it. We have a new set of heads we're going to be buying. We're going to be buying new jugs, new pistons, new rings, new push rod tubes. These are your push rod tubes for your rockers, which are under the valve cover right here. And getting all that fixed up. We have brand new carburetor rebuild kits coming for the two carburetors. We're going to pull those off and completely rebuild them. We're probably going to end up having to split the case in half, put new bearings in. Hopefully the crank is in good condition and it's not all scored. If it's not, we're just going to put the new bearings in it and be done and just get it all fixed up. So everything is nice. We are also going to be changing out the alternator for a nice chrome alternator. We're going to be getting rid of the points in the distributor, going with a Patronic setup, getting a new coil for it, nice epoxy pack coil on that. So this way it has a much more reliable ignition system on it. Especially it's going to Hawaii, which it's always raining in Hawaii. It's always damp down there. You're right on the water. And points tend to, especially in the salt air, corrode really bad and give you big problems. We're doing a four-wheel disc system on here as well. It's going to be really nice. All new brake lines, new master cylinder, new reservoir for it. We got to be able to get to pedals. We're also doing a whole wiring harness on this because this wiring harness is just done. We can't even fix it. It's been chopped up so many times. It is no longer any good. We have found glass lenses for these front marker lights, and we're going to put those on there. And then we're going to go with the original bug style signal lights, that signal marker lights that go up on the top of the fenders. Make it look a little bit more like it should. Because you can see here, it definitely had them at one time on here. So we're going to try and do that. Are we going to be able to get them on? I don't know. If nothing else, we'll mount some mirrors over here. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. We're not 100% sure what we're going to do on those front fenders yet, but we're thinking about it. We might even be able to throw an 1157 socket inside of these housings and turn this into a marker and signal light. So we're still looking at what exactly we're going to do there. We're then going to rebuild the whole steering system up front. Everything except for the box. The box seemed to be really good. The steering gearbox seemed to be in really good condition. We're also going to have to do new kingpins on the fronts because the old kingpins were just worn out. So the wheel actually can do this on there. So we're going to get that all replaced. Somebody had just put brand new shock absorbers, so we're not going to bother with those, leave those alone. So there's a lot of little things that have to be done to get this thing to where it's street ready. It's worthy to be on the street. It's going to be safe. Everything's going to be nice. We're going to just clean up the original tail lights. I really am glad they are the originals, and you could tell it's got all the correct VW markings and numbers on it. These are originals. They're really good set. All we have to do is just clean all the contacts up, and it'll be really nice. So those are a few of the things we're going to be doing. I am just so excited to be working on this thing. It is so cool. I love VWs. I am a fan. I've always been. I just can't express how cool this is to work on. So there you go, guys. Greatest job in the world. God, I love this job. Have fun. Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.